So like your appraisal fee, your earnest money, those get counted towards that because that's funds that you came out of your own pocket.
Okay.
Gift funds qualifies for that too.
Awesome.
But with the DPA, that automatic down payment assistance meets that MRI requirement. So in a situation where you get seller concessions on top of that, you don't have to worry about not investing enough because that's already covering that. It's not even a thing anymore.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
So they have some different score requirements. They want that 600 credit score, a little bit higher than your traditional FHA. I think that's one of the only differences.
Okay.
And then they have a second tier. So if you're between 600 and 620, you have to look at payment shock. So we're talking 225%. So what that means is you have to look at what your current rent or mortgage payment is, and then your new mortgage payment can't be more than 225%.
Interesting. So that's what payment shock is.
Yes. Yes. So basically they're trying to make sure that you don't, say if you're living rent free, you can't use that program. You would have to have some sort of housing expense if you're under that 620 mark.
You can't go from a $700 rent to a $2,000 mortgage.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Just protecting you as a buyer so that you're not getting in over your head.
Absolutely. Makes sense.
So.
Any other requirements or anything else we should know about that?
Not really. I guess the one big thing, maybe not everybody understands with down payment assistance is it is 2 liens.
Oh, okay.
So you have your first mortgage, you have your second mortgage.
Right.
When we qualify you, so we give you that payment breakdown, what your principal and interest payment is going to be, that portion, your insurance, your taxes, if you have mortgage insurance, and then that second is part of that breakdown as well.
Gotcha.
So
is there any sort of income related requirements to
there are
this?
no income restrictions.
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome. So are there any benefits, do you think, to the DPA program versus the grants?
So grant is always, in my mind, going to be better just because, you're talking free money. Like, you don't have to worry about paying that back. DPA, in this one specifically, has a forgivable and a repayable. You're going to have a little bit of a rate difference, and you're going to have a few guidelines that differ between the two. The big thing to watch for is they usually will require you to be in the home for so many years, or you can't refinance for so many years, or you have to pay off the second before you can refinance. So
that's on the DPA?
Yep.
Okay.
So those are things that you really, and some grant programs will have requirements too, but those are things you really want to make sure that you look into before you finalize those programs.
But also, I think you've told me in the past that sometimes those grants, that money can run out quickly.
It can. Yep.
Okay. So if it takes too long for you to look for a house, then it could be gone.
And you can't reserve those funds until you're under contract.
Right.
So you could get pre-qualified for that grant, and then, by the time you're under contract, there's no funds, or you can get, 3 weeks into the process and find out you get denied. So I'm recommending that anybody that I pre-qualify, if they're looking at grants, to still get pre-qualified for down payment assistance.
As a good backup.
As a backup.
Excellent. All right. Anything else you want to add?
Yeah, I think that's about it.
If you have any questions about this, you can call Krista at
316-680-4802.
All right. Or you can email her at
krosson@planethomelending.com.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.